Hey everyone, today I am going to be showcasing something just a little bit different. Instead of doing a typical cars collection video, we know I'm not supposed to do that until next year, but this is not a cars collection video. You know, many of these mostly come from Hot Wheels and Matchbox. You know, my OCs are made. And some of these come from brands like Racing Champions, Better Off RC2, or maybe some of these come from other brands, which I can't tell the name of these days. Well, in we go. First up, for the canceled OCs and Hot Wheels in total that never made it into customs, though. Alright, first up is one of the canceled characters called Whale Tail, number 68. Maybe his name must be forgotten, or a forgotten character of any sort. This guy right here, I'll check on the undercarriage for cheating, but that's the Scupa de Fuego. The Scupa de Fuego come in the loop, which you saw in the instruction manual from the Thunder Hollow Racers race episode 7. This guy right here, he doesn't have a name, so no name, no service. This is why he's a canceled OC. This one was Austin Dillon, which somewhat should have been adapted for my OC collection. Maybe it should have. This one was number 9. This is a custom Marco Sambros, but the wheels are broken off of him, so he'll eventually turn to scrap soon. Next up is the 40. It's Sterling Marlin. This is not the OC you're going to see there, but I'm betting this one is missing the rubber tires, though, just because I took the rubber tires off to use this one. So that must have been from anyway. And this one is the 43. And when I got it, the rubber tires are missing, and I took the rubber tires off of the 40 to the 43. Anyways, that's John Andretti in the 43. This was my custom coal trickle I made back in like 2017. It ultimately ended up as a fail custom. This one was the 77, but this was originally for an OC, but due to the lack of wheels, and it gone broken, so definitely for scrap. This guy, look on undercarriage for cheating. He doesn't really have a name, so okay, never adapt into an OC, never have a name. Next up is the 33, who is from the Christ. He is a Plymouth Superbird, and if this looks similar to the King, that's possibly because it's the King's basis. Next up is that guy, which is a Freedom. And this guy is the base. Definitely wouldn't tell. Now to another set. The Speed Slayer, which is eventually canceled, though. Probably from the lack of popularity of Speed Slayer these days, I guess. This one is 442, which eventually got canceled. Will come back for repurpose for the Declan Racers and Dirt Suspension Racers series. And this one must be Ultra Rage Wonder Woman. No wonder why this is a canceled OC. Now for some of the 3 scraps, though. A Scrap Jaru number 9. A crushable car that came with the white van. Of course, this is a custom scrap made from a transformer, which is eventually going to be in the scrap pieces another day. Next up is a tank, who is unfortunately missing, though. Oh yes. So you may have heard it from a dead boy in Game Show Carnival. Okay, this one is Racing 26. I bought this just because another Declan But there's another feature. A feature in there it's a pullback. This one is Green Lantern. Made for McDonald's. This is also a pullback, but due to the pullback's malfunction, it may not be able to make it. Or at least if I push it along this way, yeah, that'll work. So no wonder why he's been canceled OC altogether. Next up is this broken purple truck. And next up is this may be a Jeff Gordon. 2 AA batteries needed. Does this still work? I'm gonna have to be able to open this up pretty soon. This one is a Porsche who was originally for a cousin, but unfortunately was scrapped altogether. 2 policemen, originally for my series, but no. Luigi Taxi, I guess. This is an SUV you may have seen from Thomas and Percy's Big Clue. 2 mystery machines. This one came from the bakery crafts with the axle missing or broken off. This one came from Burger King, as one of the stickers is kind of peeled off of it, at least from its sign of use. Next up is this pullback dump truck, which could eventually get adapted for mini adventures. However, I did not have the time to do so. This one is a broken up plane. Maybe if I restore this plane and be able to, if I restore this plane and it will be able, I guess it will be Jeremy or an aviation series character by the name. Okay, next up are skateboards. I own 2. One will be shown. This one, well, I bought though, maybe. This one is from a Clone Wars, and it shows Mace Windu, made for McDonald's. Next up would be the haulers. The Pennzoil hauler, and a Napa hauler, who is unfortunately a semi, just like with Amy Wheelberg, Rod Tango, and Charlie Marco. In case that is, the Pennzoil hauler may be the only complete hauler I own. I took the rubber tires off of them, unfortunately, so they can't move. That's why they're canceled OCs by now. Another reason for Napa Semi being canceled, though, well, there's no complete hauler for that. The hauler, the trailer piece is missing. Now, in the next scale, and here's Bumblebee, who may unfortunately be the only Bumblebee I have, so that won't do. Here's Hornet Racing 336. This one may be Bone Speeder. The only Bone Speeder I had, though. Never getting around to a regular scale of a Bone Speeder. Maybe next time. Next up is this thing. That's from Keenway, so maybe a Keenway. Next up is Chuck, the dump truck. Which was from 2008, so it didn't make it. And Hasbro were the makers of My Little Pony, though. Yeah, in case you didn't know, I'm a brony, at least. And this one is a John Deere combine, but it's actually made from, it was made from Ertl, so yeah, Ertl may be the same manufacturers as the 1/64 scale Thomas diecasts, which unfortunately got discontinued in the US in 2002 and other regions in 2004. And the only Ertl engine I own is Donald, though. Ertl is the best Thomas range ever, not gonna lie. Anyway, This one I got like over a year ago. There we go. This guy I kept in the box like times ago and then unboxed it later in December. Now this one is an obscurity though. A lorry with the trailer saying Aardman and DreamWorks. I don't know why I did that. I did that like 2015. Now, next up is this final row. The final row consists of a tank and for these two tractors. As you can tell, I did not own many of these tractors back then. My dad did. In fact, yeah, those were times before these guys came along. Before those guys, the others, came along. Oh. So there's two of them, not really to name. This one had the wheel intact, but this one had the wheel missing. So, this. Now, this one is a Matchbox. I got this like Christmas 2016. This could eventually be the dumpster for something like that. It should be taken as an example. Undercarriage for cheating. It's a unidentification for this product. So, yeah, made in 2015, purchased in 2016. All right. This was all some obscure items that I own. Yeah, obscure. So, let alone, I will be able to keep Austin Dillon, but I'll be able to customize this guy. Maybe a bit pretty soon. Anyways, I'll try to bring Whaletail, Speed Slayer, and this guy and Wonder Woman over to the series. And maybe they'll eventually go over. I will see you guys in the next video. Hopefully by that, bye.